Hi, everybody. African witch bitch, hoodoo practitioner. How are you guys doing? How is everybody doing? Um, so I jumped on today. I know it's the middle of Kwanzaa season. Happy Kwanzaa to anybody who celebrates Kwanzaa. Happy Merry Christmas to anybody who celebrated Christmas. And we are in the New Year season. The end of the year is winding down. So I wanted to jump in to discuss history. And I felt the need to discuss history because I received a communication from the ancestors. You know, sometimes you sit up, you go about your daily life, and you all of a sudden you receive like conversation, communication from the ancestors. At least that happens to me a lot. Hi, a couple of people peeked in. The homie Millicent, hello, Frenchie baby. Hi, sweetheart. All about love. I love your name. Hi. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for coming in. So get this, right? I'm sitting up and I'm minding my own business, and the ancestors just start speaking to me. And when that happens, it's usually a very, very humbling experience. Very humbling experience. And I just wanted to discuss history and hoodoo. And the reason why I would like to discuss history and hoodoo is I really don't think a lot of people understand the gravity of what we do as practitioners. I don't think they understand the history and the lineage of what we do in African spirituality. Hi, Bridget. Hi, you're from Nigeria? Me too. What part? I'm from the east side, Igbo land. Hi, Wentana. Hey, baby. Hi, lovely witch. Hey. So I want you guys to get this. I want you guys to really, really understand that in order for you to be called into this life, we like to say you got tapped on your third eye and woke up, because everybody's not going to get that tap. Everybody's not going to get that pull. Everybody's not going to get that inkling and that that pull to come into learning about this. And it's in baby steps. It's little by little you learn. You not just wake up one day and all of a sudden you're a guru. No, you got to put in work. So in order for that to happen, the ancestors have to fuck with you, right or wrong, right? Okay. So that's a process in itself. You know what I mean? So when that happens, they communicate with you. And let me give you guys an example of what happened to me. I was sitting at my desk. You know how you be bullshitting and pissing and farting around on the internet, on YouTube or whatever. And I do that a lot, you know, off work. It's the holiday season. I have a couple of days off due to the holiday. And somebody placed the order on my website. So I got up and I started, you know, packing the order. And the person purchased bay leaves. And as I grab and I'm packing the bay leaves and I'm writing out the labels and I'm doing this, that, and the third, the ancestor spoke to me as clear as I'm speaking to you. And it was a lady that came through. And she said, we weren't allowed to use bay leaves. If we were caught using bay leaves, we would have got disciplined. And it dawned on me. And then all of a sudden, a flood of information came through that bay leaves, just the history of bay leaves, because every ingredient, all the herbs that we use has a history behind it. Hi, John has a history. Bay leaves have a history. All of that stuff. So let me break it down to you about the herbs in itself. And please know that Hoodoo was birthed out of enslaved Africans here in America. Okay. Now keep that in the back part of your mind. If you know anything about, if you've ever studied slavery, I mean, in-depth slavery, prisoners of war, some people like to call them slaves. I prefer prisoners of war. And they weren't allowed to have possession of such certain herbs. Even if you could have a herb garden in your own, if you were permitted. Bay leaves, for instance, are used to season food. I love to cook. You already know. So you add a couple of bay leaves in a pot. If you're making some soup or some stew, it will make the flavor just that much more. They weren't allowed to be in possession of that. Why? Because the flavorful food was for the people who were the captives of the prisoners of war, the slave masters. They were the ones. So they had to maybe pick a bay leaf and stash it somewhere, you know, and use it in their practice. They weren't permitted to be in, and me, I have a whole damn fucking stash of bay leaves over there. So when that came through, I felt really, really humbled that the fact that I'm allowed to practice in the open, that I'm no longer a prisoner of war, that I can do whatever I want in my home, and I don't have to worry about anybody kicking the door down and hanging me for doing so. And that brought tears to my eyes, because there, to this day, there are people in this country and around the world who cannot practice in the open. There's ladies, beautiful ladies in Muslim countries that hit me up in my email, where if they're found doing any type of root work, any type of spirituality outside of Islam, that is subject for them to be beaten to death or jailed or executed. There's people in this country who may not be under the threat of death, but they are under the threat of being ostracized by their families. And I take that to heart and I take it seriously. And I want you guys to too. If you're one of those people who can practice any type of pagan practice, any type of African spirituality, whatever it may be, Wicca, whatever it may be, if you're able to practice in the open without threat of death, I need you to be humble and I need you to be thankful. If you're and I need you to really sit back and think about our ancestors who didn't have that luxury. And I'm not talking about just hoodoo. I'm not talking about just African spirituality. I'm talking about any type of pagan practice. And if you don't know what pagan is anything that's outside of the three Abrahamic religions, outside of Christianity, outside of Islam, outside of Judaism, anything outside of that, any type of indigenous practice, it is considered pagan. I need you guys, thank you very much, Felicia. I thought it was, because of what we were talking about, I thought it was appropriate to wear. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want you guys to understand that and know that if you feel that call from the ancestors to practice, to be a practitioner, that you need to honor that and take it seriously. I am a member of different Facebook groups on witchy groups. And today I saw something that was so disturbing in one of the groups. I can't remember the name of the group. And if I remembered, I wouldn't even say it here. But there was an African-American lady who had this gentleman who was Caucasian who liked her. And he gave her a bouquet to, as a token of his admiration. But the bouquet wasn't flowers. It was cotton. He gave her a bouquet of cotton wrapped in like cellophane and presented it to her like it was flowers. And the daughter saw this and was infuriated, and she posted it in the witchy group. The thing that pissed me off wasn't the fact that he gave her a bouquet of cotton. That did piss me the hell off, but that wasn't the thing that sent me 90 north. The thing that sent me 90 north is you had a bunch of people who were non-African in a hoodoo group telling her that she's wrong for how the fuck she feels, that she's irritated that this man did this to her mom. You have people white-splaining to her, telling her, well, it's not offensive. I think you're taking it the wrong way. You can't tell anybody how to feel about their oppression. It's people of different races in a hoodoo group telling this woman that she's wrong for being offended that this man gave, talking about a card said, I picked you, and gave the lady a bouquet of cotton. And they're sitting up here having, the daughter took it and took a picture of it, and they're having a dialogue. I don't know what happened with the mommy, Megan baby. I don't know. So the people are in there literally trying to white-splain this away. Instead of understanding and validating the feelings of the daughter and understanding there's a rich-ass history behind that shit, they sit up and they try to explain in a hoodoo group. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't have to be a part of a group. If Native Americans, which they did, and this is a bad example, but I'm going to go ahead and use it anyway. If indigenous natives of this country of America came to me and said, why do you celebrate Thanksgiving? And I don't even celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate Christmas. A lot of the European holidays I do not celebrate. And they told me, do you know what this did to my people? I'm not going to sit up and have a dialogue with them, telling them that they're wrong for how the fuck they feel about this holiday and what it represents. And the reason why I said that's a bad example, because that holiday represents a lot of bad shit for my people too. But beside the fact, that's fucked up. And that's not something that I would ever do to any ethnic group or anybody, whether I identify with their pain or not. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. I said all that to say, yeah, that's a good question, Megan B. I agree with you. I don't know where the hell he got a bundle of cotton. Like, seriously. I don't know. But I just said all that to say this. If you got the wake-up call from the ancestors, if they tapped you on your third eye and they woke you up and asked and said, come, and invited you, and that's another thing that I'm going to talk about in a minute, invited you into this lifestyle, into this realm, into this practice, honor it. Because a lot of people get invited, but they don't accept the call. A lot of people get that wake-up call, but they don't accept the call because for whatever reason, it could be the pull of Abrahamic religions and the threat of being ostracized by their family is too strong, and they simply can't. They can't even practice even in private. And I understand, I guess, I don't know, not my cup of tea, because when I left Christianity, I bust out the closet. I didn't sugarcoat it. I didn't hide it. As you can see, my face is right here. I don't care what anybody thinks. And I had a lot of people turn their back on me when I left the church. A lot of people. And to this day, I get told I'm going straight to hell. And what I say is, with all the scientists that are there now, hell is probably air conditioned by now. And that pisses my family off even more because of my mouth. And I get it and whatever. But I'm not going to sit up and hide who I am, because I consider it an honor and a privilege to practice openly. I consider it an honor and a privilege to have so many people watching me and learning under me. And I take that shit seriously. And I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect, and I make mistakes, and nobody, I would never ever sit up here like I'm on some goddamn throne, like I'm the guru, the end all and be all, and I'm not still learning. Yes, I am. And anybody who tells you that they are, whether they were born in this shit or whether they developed over time, they're a goddamn liar. We're all still learning. Because if you are at a point where you're at an arrival point where you know everything, you're a fucking fraud. You are a fucking fraud. If you're sitting up here on YouTube or in people's faces pretending that you have gathered all the intel and all the information from the ancestors, from the netters, from the abusums, from a supreme consciousness, whatever you want to call it. If you truly, honestly are sitting here saying that you have all the answers, you are a goddamn liar and you're a fucking fraud. And this witch bitch is telling you to your face. Now, with that being said, we can move on to some question and before we get on to question and answer, I'm going to drop the link in a minute. I just had to get some shit off my chest, y'all. And y'all know me. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it a buck. But let me tell you guys something about my, I did state that I'm having a sweepstakes on my, so if you've ever purchased any items from me during the month of December, your name will be automatically entered into a drawing that I'm going to do. My next live is going to be in 4 days, unless the ancestors say otherwise. If they want me to go on live between now and then, I will. You know, I always obey. But I will draw your name publicly. I'm going to put your name inside and I'm going to draw publicly. And if you have made any purchase from December 1st to December 31st, if your name is pulled, I will call you on live. And I will give you $100 free on my website to shop. And if you know anything about how cheap my prices are, you can get a lot of shit for $100. So yeah, just to let you know, all you have to do is place an order between now. It doesn't matter how much the order is. The better chances you win, the more orders you place. Okay. All right. Now, I guess I'm going to go to question and answers. I'm dropping the link right now. If anybody want to come in, click the link. And if anybody have any anonymous questions, hit the email. I have one email. I wonder if this is one. I need you to put in the description box if you want me to read this. No, I don't have any emails. If you want me to read this online, or if it's just something you want me to get to when I get offline. But hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Ramonica. Hi. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Comfort Cottage, baby. Thank you so much. You would think. You would think. You would think. Yes, yes, Diana Ramos. Yes. That's a cute picture, Diana, baby. You look cute today or in that day, whatever. Go ahead and order. Hi, old fashioned dragon, baby. I haven't seen you and Poppy in a minute. How you doing, baby? Hello. So yeah, I just want to tell you guys seriously though, at the end of the day, I want to thank you guys for fucking with me for real. Like seriously, you guys have really, really been rocking with me this year. This year has been on some bullshit. I know a lot of people have an empty chair at the table for dinner because of COVID. And by the looks of it, this shit ain't going away anytime soon. But I'm looking at the news, the numbers, you know. I'm in California. Hi, spiritual goddess. And California got some numbers that's out of this world right now. So I just I just want to tell you guys, please keep safe. Please keep up on, your hand washing and stay the hell away from people. I don't care how cute he is. That dick appointment can wait till all this is over. I'm just saying, baby. I'm just saying. So yeah, I want you guys to definitely do that, okay? So if you want to click in and talk to me, click in and talk to me. I'm here. Any questions you might have or anything you want to discuss? Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Leslie, baby. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Real talk, I really do. Um, all about love, baby. All you have to do is go to my website. It's at the end of the on the ticker down below, and you can click contact, and it'll send me, and you can type your email there, baby, and I'll reply to your email. Your email. Oh, really, Ramonica? I didn't know that. Your picture cute too, Ramonica. Hi, Jad. Hi, baby. You emailed me. I haven't checked my emails for today, baby. But you want to protect the business? You want to protect it, like you want to keep money flowing, keep it like prosperous? Just keep doing better business work. That's what I do. I do it on a schedule. I do it on a schedule. I also add money rice in your business. Is your business an actual storefront, like a place? Or do you work from home? Because either way, get you some money rice and put it in the corners of your home where you operate. If you add money rice to the corners of your home where you operate, then and if you mix that with money spice, you don't have to, but you can. You know what I mean? That will keep money flowing. I also would recommend, if you work from home, to put a Hoodoo dollar on your door, on your front door. Put a Hoodoo dollar on your front door. That'll keep money flowing into your home. And if your business operates at home, then do that. If your business operates in a like an outside place, like let's say you have a storefront, put the money rice in your storefront and put the Hoodoo dollar at your storefront. That's an excellent way to keep money flowing in your business, keep your business prosperous. It's a continuous work you got to do. Jat, especially during this time, especially during this time. Okay? I stumbled across your channel and I was just drawn to watch your videos. I'm a newbie and I was just wondering if any of you could give me some suggestions on things to read. I don't, as I stated before, baby, I don't read books. That's not how I learned. I didn't learn by reading books. I learned by sitting at the feet of elders. I learned the traditional Hoodoo way. I felt the calling. I felt the desire. I asked the ancestors to send me some people that can teach me, and they did. And that's the I didn't learn by reading books. And like I stated before, there's no disrespect to people who write books, but I believe that Hoodoo is an oral tradition, a sacred tradition. And there's no way that I would be comfortable publishing a book and for sale, because I don't think it's something that can be sold. It's a birthright. And for people who are not in our community to have full access to our practice, I personally wouldn't agree with that. Some of the spells that I have in my book, I would never publish. I'll pass them down maybe to my daughter, if, not her, because she's a bitch. She's mean, but I love her. She's my little bitch. But if I were to have a daughter, I would pass it down orally to her. I wouldn't publish a book to make money off of it. I don't know. And again, a lot of people disagree with that. And there are books out there, but I can't recommend any myself, baby. I have to be honest with you. Okay. Oh, Jat, she's right here. She said a YouTube channel. I think somebody attacked my channel and I want to prevent it, stop them from getting views and subscribers. Return the sender. Jat, I didn't know. I thought you meant like a storefront. Return the sender. If somebody is attacking you, I don't give a damn if it's a business, your cat, your dog, whatever it may be. If somebody is returning, if somebody is sending negativity your way, you have two options. You can return the sender. You can return the sender it, or you can stop evil it. You can do either or. If you want to just send it all back to them so that they're affected by what they sent you, return the sender. If you just want the evil to stop and not send it back, you just want it to cease and desist, stop evil. Those would be my suggestions. Excuse me. And it wouldn't matter if it were a business like a storefront business or a YouTube channel or whatever it may be. If anybody's attacking you on any front, you should do that. Plus, I would backdoor and do the prosperity work as well to keep money flowing, to keep your business popping. That's what I would do, baby. You know what I mean? That is exactly what I would do. You have to protect yourself. That's what I would do. And there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself, because a lot of people be sending negativity your way out of jealousy. And it doesn't make sense to me. I really don't understand it. It's a lot. It's like I stated before, it's like being jealous of a glass of tap water. I'm being mad. Like, that doesn't make sense. There's plenty. The universe is not, it's not kinetic. It's not to the point where it's only limited resources. We all can win. We all can eat. We all can prosper. We all can elevate. So it don't make sense for one person to hate the next person for what they have. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, Frenchie, hi baby. You said, have I ever heard of Mia Magic? No idea who that is. No clue, sweetheart. Who's Mia Magic? Talk to me. Free spirit. This is not a question. I'm just saying thank you so much for helping us and not steering us wrong. Thank you, baby. You are more than welcome. I got to keep it real and I got to give it to you. I got to give it to you anyway, like the same way I was giving it. I wasn't giving it the soft way. I wasn't giving it the soft approach. When I was learning, I got my ass whooped. I got reprimanded. I got taught, and I didn't get coddled. But it was a constructive criticism out of love. And I think that was the best approach for me to learn. You know what I mean? I didn't get just bashed up and down the head with, it was a responsible concern and it was a constructive criticism. So that's how I try to teach too. I don't bash people because they don't know something, because it's not your fault if you don't know. But then again, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit, and I'm not going to talcum powder your ass if you fucking up. That's how I roll. Felicia Fifi, hey baby, you said Hoodoo dollar is a $2 bill. It don't have to be a $2 bill, baby. It could be any denomination. I use a $1 bill, and I dust it in arrowroot powder, and maybe I'll let it sit in some prosperity herbs, like some 5-finger grass, some oregano, some rosemary, maybe for like a day, and then I'll post it up on my wall, on my door, tape it to my front door, on the inside of my front door, not the outside. You come back, somebody be done stole your dollar. And FYI, if anybody ever steals your Hoodoo dollar, let's say you having company over and they take your dollar and they steal it, I feel sorry for them. They'll never see another day of peace until they make right with you, period. Especially if that dollar is consecrated. I don't care if it's $100 bill you put up on your door. Let somebody steal your dollar. It'll be worth it for you to sit back and watch their life get fucked up than for them to just pay you back your money. Because it's more than just that. You don't ever steal from a witch. Ever. You don't go out of your way to do a witch wrong. Witch may not even know you stole from them, but the ancestors do, and they will wring your ass and hang you out to dry. I'm just saying. Oh, somebody coming through. Oh, she disappeared. Well, damn. All right. Well, come back on through if you want to come through. Okay. Hi, Simply Des. You said, I've been trying to reach out to my ancestors with no luck, and I'm not in a place where I can build an altar. What can I do to connect with them? You can pour libation. A lot of people don't have the luxury of building a ancestor altar. They don't live in a home that's conducive, and that's okay. And the ancestors know that, and they understand. So if that's the case, if that's truly the situation that you're in, you get you a bottle of water, baby, and you go outside and you take a walk in nature and you talk to them. And your altar can just be nature. You can go to the beach or go to the lake or outside in the woods or a field, or maybe just walking through your neighborhood. It don't even matter. It don't have to be fancy. And you go right on out there and you speak to the ancestors from your heart and discuss with them. And that's how you build your relationship. You don't need a bunch of fancy schmancy stuff, because they didn't have a bunch of fancy stuff, and they're not the type of people that are bougie as hell and want to demand you to do something that they know you can't do. But if you speak to them and you talk to them, they'll make a way so that you can go and get your own place so that you're able to build the ancestor altar. A lot of people, here's the thing about ancestor altars. A lot of people have the luxury of having an ancestor altar, and I get that, understood. Then there's some people out there who simply can't, because of the living situations, and that's understandable too. And then there's some people that can build an ancestor altar but can't, because the death of their loved one is so close and fresh to them that they're not ready. And that's understood. So I don't judge people who have them. I don't judge people who don't. And it's not like you have to have it or else you can't have a relationship with them. That's not the case. So do what you can do, baby. Do what you can. And don't let nobody try to shame you or judge you either way. All right? All right, I got somebody backstage I'm bringing through. Oop, I can't bring you through, baby, because your device isn't connected. I can't bring you through until you connect your device. If you want to come through, you guys, please click the link. Click the link. And I'll add you in. Hi, Tiara. Hi, baby. Your profile picture is cute as hell too. You wearing them damn stunner shades. All bullshit aside, you killing the game with them stunner shades. Okay, she says, I have a question. Do you know any fast, quick spells that work like the ones Miss Seeley did in The Color Purple? Yeah. If you want to talk about speed of spells, let's discuss that right now, Tiara, baby. Let's discuss the speed of spells. The speed of how fast your spells manifest depend on a few things. Baby, which I see you in the back, but I'm going to let you in, but give me a minute. Let me address Tiara right quick, sweetheart. It depends on your intent you put, the ancestors, their will on how fast they want it to happen, and the energy in the ethers. And let me explain. You can do, let's say you're doing a 7-day candle road opener because you want this job, okay? And you did a 7-day candle and you want this job really bad, right? And you've already had your interview and you're waiting to hear back from them. There's been times, and I bullshit you not, where I had the 7-day candle and I'm preparing it, and before I even lit it, I get a phone call that the work manifests. You can light the candle, and before the candle might take, it's supposed to be 7 days, it might burn down in 3, and you find out the 4th day that you got the call. It might be you did the world opener work and it might take a month to come through, all of which you have no control over, with the exception of putting your intent in the spell. If your work is justified, you're gonna have, it's like mailing a letter. Perfect analogy. People place orders on my website. I pay, you guys pay, and I pay for the priority shipping because I need people to get their shit ASAP. The post office are the ones that take the packages, and sometimes they deliver the shit in a day or two, and other times it might take a week depending on the time of year. After I put it out there, my intent, I email the package, and I know that it's justified because I paid for it, I labeled it, etc. You know it's justified because you petitioned the work, meaning you placed the order. At that point, it's out of my hands. I have to wait for the other party, i.e. the post office, i.e. the ancestors, to push the work through. So if you want something to manifest fast, you can fuck with Saint Expedite. but his speed is his speed. But he is known to be a hell of a lot faster than other people and other deities, excuse me. So you have to make sure that the work is justified and you put your intent and you cast that bitch. And once you do that, you just sit back and you have to trust the work. Trust the work. Trust the work. Because if you do a spell and you have doubt and you're pissed off that it didn't pop like a popcorn ass switch, like it's not Orville Redenbacher, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't happen overnight, a microwave ass switch, you're pissed off, then your work's not gonna, you done did everything right by putting forth your intent. You did everything right by getting the right ingredients. You did everything right. The ancestors supported, and then you fucked it up at the end on the back door end because you doubted the work and you got pissed off and threw a tantrum because it didn't happen in 25 minutes. That's called a microwave witch. There's some shit that you can expect that'll work fine if you put it in the microwave, but you can't cook no goddamn Thanksgiving dinner out of a microwave. It takes time and it takes prep. And that's the best advice I can give you, Tiara, my love. Now let me move on to some of these people that's waiting backstage. Oh, look at, oh, damn, baby witch. I was finna hit you up, but I got Diana. Diana's in the house. And she got some glasses that's cute. Hey, you guys need to send me some emails on these glasses that you guys be having because a bitch do need a new pair.
Me too. I need a new pair too. Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm well.
I'm working right now.
Okay.
Just a general question. I have a person that I have kids with. We're not on a talking basis. What can I do to get him to come around and just be a nicer person in general?
Sweeten his ass. Put him in a honey jar.
I tried that already. It's not working. It's been 2 months, not one word.
Have you did a call me spell?
I did your one on that you did the video on with the candles.
Uh-huh.
And then burning the paper and then just letting it go. I did that too.
Didn't work?
Didn't work.
Ooh, you have blockage, baby. Why? You don't know?
No, I have no idea.
I would do a road opener and then I'll redo the call me spell and I'll continue to work the hell out of that honey jar. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely do a road opener. What's his issue?
Honestly, got him for child support after so many years.
Oh.
Yeah, put him on child support. So he didn't like that too much. And he just stopped talking to me just from one day to the next.
I would put, okay, in the honey jar, let me ask you this. In the honey jar, what do you have? Do you have him and you in it?
Yes, a picture just of him. Not of me. And then just I wrote on it like on a little piece of paper what I wanted.
Okay. Okay, this is what I would do. If I were to construct a honey jar for this situation, I would put him and the kids in it. Okay. So that he could be sweeter to them. I would leave me out of it because it's really, do you still want to be with dude or you're good? You just want him to be more active father?
See, he does reach out to the kids because I have a 9-year-old. So he reaches out directly to her. And he saw them for Christmas and stuff, but he won't talk to me, which make things a lot more complicated and difficult.
Oh, so he's not 100% removed from the children. He's active in their life. You just want him to communicate with you.
Correct.
Okay. So how do you guys, okay, if he won't communicate with you at all, how does he co-parent? How do you guys co-parent? Like if you need him to pick the kids up or buy some cat food for your daughter, I don't know. How do you guys communicate?
Through my 9-year-old. He'll message her. He'll text her and say, can you ask your mom or can you tell your mom or tell your mom I said this? But he won't talk to, like he even got me a Christmas present, but he won't talk to me.
Is that bad?
I mean, yeah, I want him to talk to me because we were kind of working on things before I decided to do the child support.
You want him back, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And I would not advise you. I'm going to walk back everything I just said. Mm-hmm. I would not advise you to do no road opener. I was under the impression that dude was disappeared. He's mad as hell. He gone somewhere and he's not associated with the children. But if he has an active relationship with your daughter and he speaks to her and if he needs to talk to you and he bought you a Christmas, he's not a disappearance ass daddy. He's not a deadbeat.
No.
He has to come if he really wants to be with you. I strongly advise that he comes to you in his own time. And don't sweeten him. Don't do that. Let him do it.
Okay.
He bought you a present. He probably
Mm-hmm.
is still processing and working through his own little emotional bullshit or whatever.
Okay.
But I
So
suggest you
just
just
not a
continue. Yeah, stop.
conversation.
Don't do that. Don't try to manipulate his mind to be with you. Just let him focus on being a father to his baby, and you guys can work that shit out if he wants to. Because I
Okay.
would hate for one of your exes, and you might have an ex who's an asshole, because we all have exes who are
Mm-hmm.
assholes. And he might like you, and he might see some jeans was fitting on you nice, and he like, oh, let me put her in a sweetening jar. And all of a sudden you got feelings for this bum motherfucker that you broke up with. That would be wrong.
Right.
And I'm not saying you're the like that. You seem like a wonderful person, but you love your baby. I can definitely tell that. You have energy of wow, yeah. Ooh. Okay, so what I see with you right now is that you really, really, really love your kid.
Right.
Like you have a motherly, and I feel it coming over me. You have like strong motherly, like you'll do anything to protect her.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Focus, babe. Focus on your daughter. Let him come if he wants to. And if you really want to know, all bullshit aside, I'm gonna give you this little tip. If you really want to know if you guys are ever going to be together or how he feels, get a reading and find out exactly what it is that he feels. Have you done that?
Yes.
What did the reading say? If you want to disclose, if you don't, it's okay.
They all tell me, I've gotten two, and they all tell me the same thing. Like he's not gonna leave you alone. Like he's gonna come back. Um, you two are gonna eventually be together. It's just a matter of time.
Give him space. So that supported what I just said. Just give him time.
Okay.
But I don't know. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I get what you're saying about how you'd rather for him to just speak to you directly, because you guys are adults. Come on. You know what I mean?
Right.
You guys are adults. And the baby, she's only 9. She's just a baby, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it isn't fair to add that type of burden on her. Hey, mom, dad said da da da, or dad, mom said, you know, she shouldn't be your mediator. She's a baby. I get it.
Right.
So I hear you. Your feelings are 100% valid. But my advice to you is to give him time. Give
Okay.
him time and watch it happen. If it's meant to be, and if that's truly how he feel, he'll come to you, baby.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye
Love
bye.
you. Bye.
Boy, I tell you, it's something about these kids, and these parents and these dudes. There's so many dudes out there who don't want to be shit and ain't shit. And then there's mothers out there. I just one dude hit me up. He has a deadbeat mom. He's a single dad, and she's a deadbeat. She's out there chasing peen, and you know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to get her to be more active in the kid's life. I told him to sweeten her, but at the end of the day, it's all about free will. And I don't believe in forcing anybody to do anything, but damn it, if you bring a child into this world, you should be there to provide for that kid. I'm just saying. I don't know. All right, I got another lovely backstage. Hi.
Hello, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you all right, baby. How are you?
I'm good. It's funny you're talking about bay leaves, and I literally have my whole entire thing. It's in an old Talenti ice cream. I was wondering if we could talk about graveyard dirt. I've seen so many people have negative connotations to it, and they want to know if it's considered stealing, if it's disrespectful, things like that, because some would view it as like desecrating the person's graveyard, or like you shouldn't be, I guess, in a moral sense, taking graveyard dirt from someone
I
who's
hear you.
passed.
And I'm on the fence about it, and let me explain to you exactly what I mean. Graveyard
Okay.
dirt is a very powerful spell booster, period. It is. But if you're going to collect graveyard dirt, there's a
Mm-hmm.
right way and there's a wrong way to do it. It could be considered consecrating a grave. It could be considered stealing if you don't get permission from the person that's buried there before you collect. Meaning this, and I've stated this before, but I'm going to state it again. The very first time I collected graveyard dirt, I did that because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I went and I just collected some graveyard dirt, and I had my music bumping, and I just stepped in and stepped out and sped off. Wrong, 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 wrong. Okay. If you collect graveyard dirt, before you even enter the graveyard, you give an offering and you ask for thanks for the people, because you're literally going into their home. Like legit, that's their house.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So once you go there, as you're walking around, the way I do it, is I feel which ancestors permit me. And there are some that have said, no, don't touch shit over here. Okay.
Yeah.
But then there's others that will be like, hey, come, you're welcome. Come here. Come here. Come to me. Hi, I'm over here. I'm over here. And I'll go and I'll sit there and I'll feel their energy and they welcome me to take it. So yes, you're 100% correct. It can be considered stealing. Yes, you're 100% correct. It can be considered desecration if you don't get permission from the person that's buried there. But if you do, and they allow you, and you give an offering, and even sometimes when you're not even taking anything, you might be just passing through that one ancestor who allowed you to take some dirt, and you might just want to bring them flowers for no other reason, just to say thank you.
Right.
You know, so yeah, it's a right and a wrong way to do it, baby. You're right. It can be, but if you do it the correct way and you get permission from the person, no different than you ran off to the store and I stopped by your house, went through your refrigerator, ate up your snacks and left. I didn't ask you, could I come in your house? But if you tell me, hey, witch bitch, my door's unlocked, I cooked some cake, I want you to have some, bitch, I know you're a greedy bitch, come and eat some cake, it's left on the counter. If I come in and I grab the cake and leave and I text you, thanks, bitch, this cake is good, you know you can cook your ass off. It's a big ass difference, you know?
The other thing with graveyard dirt, so many ask whether it's illegal or if they should ask the groundskeeper that they're doing that. My personal opinion on that is you shouldn't. They'll most likely run you off. And then on terms of illegal, I mean, you're kind of just gathering dirt. I guess it would depend on your state on that one.
That part I agree with. It depends on your state, but I'm no way in hell I'm finna ask up a groundskeeper anything when I've gotten permission from the person that's buried there. I'm not doing it. I don't give a damn what the groundskeeper say.
I'm just here to take some dirt.
I don't even let them know. Yeah. I don't let them know why I'm even in there. It's none of your business why I'm here. You know, if I'm coming to give, sometimes I come just to give offering and leave. Sometimes I come to gather dirt. Sometimes I come just to walk through and not do anything, just to commune. And I don't think it's anybody's business. But I know that in some cemeteries across the country, if you go there to bury stuff or if you go there to take dirt, if they catch you, you can be. So you might want to, you know, be cautious of that. But the cemeteries that I fuck with, it's not illegal.
Right. Would they be considered open? Like anyone can walk in? I don't go to graveyards. You know, I don't, that's not something I've ever felt like the need to do in my personal work. So, and I've always just kind of been like, I just want to respect your guys' space and acknowledge that, you know, you're just out here vibing. But the last question I want to ask before I let you go, cats on your altar. Recently, mine has been all over my ancestral altar. She lays on there. She won't touch the food. She won't touch the water. She just like lays on there and like rests on there. And I'm wondering, and she even knocked down a certain picture, which was my mother's grandmother's picture. So what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, being that I am a cat mama as well. Okay, so on my altar, I have the 4 elements represented. Air, water, earth, and fire, okay? There's nothing I can do that can stop my cats from getting on my altar unless I put a cage around it, and I'm not doing that. The plant that I have is cat grass because if they eat it, it's good for them and it's a plant. Okay, that's what I choose. A lot of people believe that pets coming to your altar, whether it be cats or dogs, whatever, they're familiars. You know what a familiar is? So a familiar comes to your altar because they're drawn to it. If your cat is a familiar, meaning your cat could very well be a spirit from another realm that's drawn to you. So maybe she's there to pay her homage. And the knocking over your grandmother's picture was probably by accident. I don't think there's a significance. Yeah.
The reason is because they're like strongly thumbtacked on there, like on the wall. They're like strongly thumbtacked on there. And out of all the pictures, it was hers. That's why I was just like, I don't know these pictures because some of these pictures. I'm gonna share this with you and those watching. My father was the type of person that was very misogynistic. very
Mm.
misogynistic. On your other lives, I've explained that, you know, she's gone through abuse and stuff like that with him. We kind of all have with him. When her first brother passed away, she was not allowed to properly mourn. Like both her, like her siblings have passed and they're all the way in Mexico and we're in the States. She never got to mourn them. She never got to go to their funerals, none of those things. So the one thing she's always wanted to do is an ancestral altar. And I can honestly say this would be like the first year we've actually made one. He passed like 10 years ago. And every year she's like, I would like to, you know, put a Day of the Dead's type of altar. I would like to put a day. And I'm just like, let's do it. Like, let's go. Let's do it. So there's a lot of pictures on that altar. I don't know who they are. And it's not until I'm just like, the cat knocked down this picture specifically. Who is this woman? And so my mom's like,
here's the question I have for you. Are you sure it was the cat that knocked it down?
I just know that she's been on there, but I know, like, I just know she's been on there. So now I'm assuming. But
let me explain to you why I said that. And this is not me sticking up for your cat because I love your cat. No, listen to me. There's a lot of times where you'll have pictures on an altar. These are people you know, people you don't know. It don't matter. All of a sudden, there's some you might feel, or you might see, or you might sense,
right,
some weird ass energy, and one of the pictures could be knocked over, or one of the pictures could be turned face down. It's because the people on your altar could be beefing with each other that don't have shit to do with your cat. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, I've seen this with my own eyes. Because, just like me and you get along here in this realm, or people that you get along with, there's the ancestors in the ancestor realm got beef with each other. They do. There's times where they have arguments, and you might have your grandmother, and then she might transition, and your grandfather transition, and your grandmother might got some shit she need to get off her chest with your grandfather, and now they beefing. You know?
Right.
So don't necessarily blame the cat.
Right. Okay. So what can I do to fix that then? Like, do I separate them? Because we are going to actually move it just to keep it away from the downstairs. It's in like the main room where anyone can come in and see it. And I would like it to have just some more privacy, if that makes sense.
Perfect. You should always have your ancestor altar in a non-high traffic place. If you can, but I would suggest you maybe separate the pictures. Don't put them so close together, or maybe give them some space. But they have to work that shit out on the ancestor in their realm. That's not something we can work out. You know, we can maybe sit and talk to them and maybe try to mediate, like, you know, grandmom, you know, I know you're mad at grandpop and I'm sorry, but can y'all try to get along, or have them, but you can't really too much get involved. That's some stuff that she got to work out with. He got to work out with her.
Okay. All right. But I really enjoy these talks. I just wanted to say that all your advice, all your videos have really helped me out. And in the community that is already so angry, and they're like kind of hateful when it comes to hoodoo. It's refreshing to have someone who is open to just being upfront with it, you know. And I have my son here with me, but he's doing his school in the corner, and he knows I'm on, so he likes to shout. But I just wanted to say that, like, there's been some moments where things have been tough, and like your videos, you know, they show up, and I'm just like, I needed to hear this today. Like, I really needed to hear this today. So thank you so much.
And I thank you so much for your support, and I thank you. And snuggle that baby in the corner.
I will. We hang out a lot. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye, baby. Beautiful soul. Absolutely beautiful. I swear. I tell y'all be thinking I'll be bullshitting, but these ancestors be having their own beefs amongst each other. You could have your mom on your your auntie on your mom's side versus an auntie on your dad's side. And you got them both on the altar. And next thing you know, you hear some shit rattling in the living room because you in your bedroom, maybe the altar's in the living room, and you go and both their pictures are turned over. And you don't even know what the hell's going on, but you have to really think about it. Maybe you got to ask another family member, hey, what happened between Aunt Blase and Uncle Whoopty Bam or whatever? And then you will finally get a backstory that they was beefing over the same dude. I don't know. But ancestors do fight. They do argue, and they do have discord in the realm. It's not all peace there. I don't know who painted that thing that the second you get to the ancestor realm, it's all sunshine, shits and giggles. No, they have arguments there too. They have beef too sometimes. And sometimes you're stuck in the middle, you know? But yeah, they do. And they'll let you know when their picture don't want to be next to somebody else's. It's funny, y'all. It's actually like Days of Our Lives in the ancestor realm. Any questions I have? Let me see. Jad, I'm talking to you, Jad, I'm talking to you. Come on, Jad. You be asking all kind of questions in the chat, Jad. I'm finna drop the link for you. This is specifically for you, Jad. Come on through, Jad. You don't have to show your face, baby. You can keep your camera hidden. I will let you in. I need to talk to you, Jad, because you got 101 questions and I can answer all of them right now. Come on, Jad. Come through, baby. Come on. My niece, hey, I need you to come through. Chani, hit the link, Chani. Tap in, Chani. I need you to come through. That's my niece. Ain't she cute, y'all? Look at her. Come on in, y'all. Come on. Thank you so very much, Jeff. Thank you, baby. Thank you. All right. You want to ask me this question? All right, so let me keep it a buck with you, Jeff, since you want to know. The shortest amount of time I've ever taken before passing gas in front of a new partner, I am extremely gassy. I love to fart. It is fun. I can't help it. It's what I do. I probably pass gas if I were to count. I'm gonna keep it. I'm keeping it 100. Probably maybe 30 times a day. I'm not even. I probably farted about 4 times on this live, and I've only been on live for 52 minutes. Okay. But here's the thing about African witch bitch fart. They don't smell ever, and they never sound off. So I could be sitting next to you and fart on you, and you'll never know it because mine. They smell like springtime. Like, I swear, it's like the most amazing smell, if any, okay? So, so there's this dude, the dude that I'm seeing right now. You asked me, I'm gonna tell you, okay? You guys got any questions? It don't even have to be witchy related. A bitch gonna answer your questions. Dude that I'm seeing right now, me and him, we had our first date. And like we were just sitting up together and a bitch was ripping it. Like I farted probably about 4 times on him. He didn't even know because he was like telling me before our first date, don't pass gas in front of me. I hate that. That's so disgusting. It's like one of my pet peeves and whatever. And I'm sitting up here thinking, I said, oh, okay. But I'm thinking to myself, because it's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what I do. I fluff. I don't even fart. I fluff. Women, we don't fart. We fluff. Okay. So as he's sitting next to me at dinner, I was just farting on him. Like, I mean, he didn't even know. And then later he's like, we was talking about pet peeves again, like maybe like 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later. He's like, I really hate when people just pass gas, not just women I'm dating, but people. I said, I fart on you all the time. He's like, what? You did what? I said, yeah. Like, probably like 6 or 7 times on our first date, at least 4 times. Like I farted on you. Like, okay. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, you didn't even know until I told you right now. Do you ever smell anything? No. Moral of the story is this, Jeff, thank you for the super chat. And yes, I pass gas a lot. And if I were to ever take a dump in your house, you'd never know because I will call you in the bathroom and be like, do you smell anything? And you'll be like, no. And I'm like, yeah, because mine don't stink. Period. Moving right along. Ancestor money. What you want to know, Frenchie baby, about ancestor money? Thank you, Keish. Thank you, baby. I'm keeping it a buck, lovely witch. Lovely witch. Am I supposed to lie to Jeff? Am I supposed to lie? I'm not finna lie to him. Jeff, thank you again for the super chat. Have I ever seen UFO or aliens? I don't know if they were aliens and I don't know if they were UFO, but I have seen spirits and I have seen orbs. Now, I'm not sure if that would be considered a alien or a UFO, but that's damn sure what it was. And I see those shits all the time, especially on certain days of the year. I will see orbs and I will see spirits, and they'll be popping in my house. I don't know if they're ancestors. Sometimes I do know if they're ancestors, but I have seen some shit where I kind of question, like, who is this? And the thing is, Jeff, is it's always a familiar ass energy. It's always something peaceful. It's never anything evil or anything like that. I don't get that type of energy. And the reason why is because I believe that the work that I'm doing, the ancestors support it and they protect me. Because there are some haters out there. Now I get hate in the physical realm. I get called all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all of us do. We have the hate ass coworker, this, that, and the third. But as for like evil spirits and stuff like that, that doesn't come around me. I'm well protected. And for that, I say ashe to my ancestors who keep me well insulated. Mish, hey baby, you look cute too. I like your eyebrows. You need to come do mine because they're doing too much. How do you burn ancestor money? Get you a fireproof dish. Like I use my abalone shell, and I take off a piece or two of money and I set it on fire and I burn it. And as it's burning, I'm communicating with my ancestors. It's an offering. Ancestor money is an offering, just like the food is an offering, just like anything is an offering. When you're doing spell work, if you're giving adulation to your ancestors, you just burn a piece or two, burn a couple of pieces. It don't take much in hoodoo. A lot of people show videos of them burning stacks and stacks and stacks of money. In my practice and in my experience, Mish baby, it doesn't take all that. It's very little. And ancestor money is a new age hoodoo thing. It's new age. It's not something that our ancestors traditionally did because we didn't have access to money. So yeah, you know what I mean? Just all you do is set some on fire. How do you use it? Do you burn it while pouring libation? Yes, Frenchie. If you're talking about ancestors money, you definitely can. You definitely can pour libation while you're pouring. You know, you might have some burning over here. And while you're pouring your libation and talking and having your conversation, you might have a piece or two burning. Yeah, you definitely can do it that way, baby. Oh, Coco T. Hi, Coco T. You said I did self-love spell, but the candle flames caused the jar to break. Ooh, the candle burned completely, but I had to douse it. Should I do the work again? Yeah, you should. You definitely should. I would do it over again. It's probably, I don't know why the jar would break self-love. If this is the first self-love jar you did, Coco baby, if this is the first self-love jar you did, and this is initial work and it broke, then yeah, redo the spell again. If you're doing a self-love jar, yeah, redo the spell again, sweetheart. If this is a jar you've been working, the next question I would ask you is how does your self-love feel? Because if you've been working this jar for a minute and you feel yourself totally bossing up, then I would say that maybe the jar is no longer needed because you've reached a level where you can elevate to something else. But that all depends, Coco. You're going to have to answer those questions for me, sweetheart. All right, Jeff. Jeff says, thank you, Jeff, again for the super chat, Jeff. Thank you very much. You said, what is the meaning of life? To decrease suffering of others? I don't know, seems simple. What do I think? I believe that that is a question that cannot be answered by me. And I believe that it's not a 100% blanket question. I believe that the meaning of life all depends on who you are. Because what my meaning for my life may be different than yours. Now, I can tell you in regards to African spirituality, I can tell you that any child that is born, any child that is being brought forth through is a reincarnated ancestor. This is what we believe in African spirituality. They are returning back from the ancestor realm to come back here to complete a task, to complete something that they didn't get a chance to do the first time around. And it differs per person. So this is why African spirituality frowns heavily upon abortion. And I'm not finna tell you what you should and should not do with your body. It's your business. But I'm just telling you historically why we frown heavily upon abortion or people treating children badly, people who abuse kids, people who don't protect them, because the children are ancestors reincarnated. So In order for us, me, you, children, etc., to be reborn back into this life, we have a specific or a series of tasks that we need to commit, that we need to complete, that didn't get completed the first time. So I think I answered your question, baby, but that's the meaning of life from an African spirituality standpoint. Okay. What is your, Jeff, thank you again for the super chat. Me and you just need to have lunch, because Jeff, you really are breaking the bank on me right now. Thank you. I appreciate it, for real. $2, $100, I appreciate it, because you didn't have to do that. Jeff, what is my life's purpose? From what I've been told by the ancestors, I am a child protector. My life's purpose is to protect children and to teach. That is my life's purpose. Some roadblocks that I have in regarding this, not the child, well, my child protection is that I love kids so much that I have no problem giving my life and taking one to protect a kid, period. This is why I go so hard on people who abuse kids. This is why I'm real quick to put somebody who hurt children in a jar, period. So it really hits me hard when I hear about kids not being safe. And that's why I'm in the line of work that I'm in, okay? So in regards to teaching, I've just been called to teach, and I have been teaching for a very, very long time. And I have been, and a lot of people who have sat under my tutelage will tell you that I'm a no-nonsense ass teacher. And I'm not talking about teaching in Hoodoo specifically. I'm talking about teaching, period. I mentor children, and I teach them even basic life skills. It's just what I do. It's a calling that I have. So that's what my life's purpose is. And if the ancestors decide to change my trajectory, then I'll be, you know, I'll have to obey, but it will be really hard. But my number underlining calling for my life is to teach and to protect your babies. Whether I gave birth to them or not, every kid on this earth belongs to me. And a lot of people would like to liken me to Oye, which is a African deity, Yoruba deity, or Norisha. But you would have to research her. But I do have a lot of her characteristics, and I haven't gotten an Ifa reading. I probably will be doing that within the next few weeks. With COVID, I really want one in person so I can sit on the mat and have them cast in front of me. But because of COVID, I'm probably going to have to end up doing it virtual like we're talking. But I will not be surprised if my reigning Orisha is Oye. I've been told that for years. All right, Jeff got me again. Jeff, thank you again for the super chat, baby. If I could take a time machine and visit my 18-year-old self, with what wisdom and emotional advice would I give myself? Jeff, if I could go back in time and visit my 18-year-old self, if I could sit down in the room, the very first thing that I would do is slap the shit out of me. I would go up to me and I'll swing back 5 generations and bust her dead in her mouth. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm not, you want me to tell you the truth, Jeff? You gave me $5 to give it to you real and raw. I would slap the shit out of me because 18-year-old me didn't know a goddamn thing, didn't know her ass from a hole in the ground. A lot of the wisdom and the knowledge that I have right now, I earned that shit and I got it through the hard knocks of life. Didn't nobody give me anything. I can liken and I can give thanks to my parents, my mom and my dad who raised me. They definitely pointed me in a direction. But for the most of the wisdom and the knowledge I have, I had to learn that shit by bumping my head. 18-year-old me, you couldn't tell her shit. She had it all figured out. She knew everything. And one thing I would tell 18-year-old me is she needs to sit her ass down and listen and not talk so damn much. And you don't know shit and you don't have it all figured out, bitch, because your brain ain't even fully developed. This is me talking to 18-year-old me. So you finna go through life and a lot of shit is going to be harder for you than it has to be because you don't like to fucking listen. So I would tell her to sit her ass down and I would tell her to listen and I would tell her to dismiss herself from a vast majority of her fucking family and friends because they mean you no good. And everybody that's smiling in your face ain't your friend. And you really won't learn the meaning of friends until you get to be maybe in your mid-30s. Right now, these are just motherfuckers you associate with, and blood don't matter. And I mean that shit. This is what I would tell my 18-year-old me. So that's what I would say, Jeff. Hi, old fashioned dragon baby. You said, what would I use to protect kids while sleeping? I would put a mojo bag under their pillow or under their mattress. You know how kids sleep wild. I'm sorry. I wouldn't even put it under their pillow because you put that thing under their pillow, it'll probably end up down the street next week. I would stick it under their mattress and I would add different crystals depending on the type of protection you need. For instance, if you want to protect your child from procrastination because kids are known for that and you want them to focus more on their schoolwork, you want them to be spiritually protected, there's different things that you would do. A number one thing that I would add is hyssop. And I would add hyssop in the mojo bag. I would add different crystals depending on what your target is for your baby. Old fashioned dragon, email me so I can send you a list of some crystals that I fuck with. Or you can go on my website and look at the crystals and look at the description. I don't know if they're there on my website, but shit, email me. I'd rather just send it to you myself. But a number one crystal that I would put inside the mojo bag for my baby, for your little beautiful baby, is hyssop. I would add that herb. And I would add a tiger's eye crystal. And I'll make sure that you do continuous maintenance on those crystals, meaning charge them every moon cycle. Okay, baby? Make sure you do that. And that way it'll keep your kid grounded. And if you have, I have another crystal, I can't remember the name of it, but it'll keep them focused on their schoolwork. I know that's your number one focus with kids. You want them to stay focused and to keep their mind grounded on their studies so that they can excel, especially during these formative years. And during coronavirus, it sucks that children don't get that interaction that they need, the face-to-face with the teacher. A lot of kids learn better that way. And right now, you're going to have to work harder to keep his focus on his studies or her studies. So I strongly recommend that you do that. And if anybody else need that, just email me with crystals and I'll shoot them emails to you so you can read through them and pick which one that'll better fit for you and your child's situation, the trajectory that you want your baby to go on. Example, old fashioned dragon. Mommy hit me up and she wants her child to be focused, but her kid's going through grief because they lost their daddy during COVID. So her focus would be healing and grounding. You know what I mean? It would be different than your baby's focus, where you might want your kid to be protected spiritually and have their mind focused on studies. So, yeah, that's what I would recommend, sweetheart. Okay, Jeff, I'm finna get to you in a second. I just found out that I'll be having a baby. Ashe, Terry, or Tiara, excuse me. Okay. Wow. First and foremost, congratulations. I wish I could give you a hug and kiss your belly right now. Tiara, I'm going to tell you right now, and you're welcome for my story. That's why I have it here so that you guys can get the help that you need and the supplies that you need for next to nothing. Tiara, baby, I'm going to warn you right now, stay away from mugwort and stay away from Damiana because they can cause you to miscarry. If you're using Damiana to dress a candle, fine, but don't ingest it, don't smoke it, and don't drink it, and don't burn it around you from now on. I strongly recommend, sweetheart, that you get you a mojo bag with hyssop in it. Hyssop is a protection herb. And licorice root, hyssop, and vervain. Put that in a mojo bag and carry that with you in your pocket, in your purse, in your backpack, wherever you go. Carry that with you, but don't drink it. The Oshun pumpkin, I don't know, that's not okay. Oshun, you guys already know, is a deity in Hoodoo. And I mean, not Hoodoo, I'm sorry, African voodoo, Ifa tradition, West Africa, Ifa. I have never done the Oshun pumpkin spell, but Oshun is a deity and pumpkin is something that she loves to eat. If I were you, Tiara, because Oshun loves the babies. Oshun and Oye are sisters. Please, or I think they're sisters. Shit, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, baby. Don't quote me on that. Tiara, please give an offering to Oshun right now and thank her for bringing forth an ancestor. If you don't, I don't know about the Oshun pumpkin spell, baby, but get you some pumpkin, cut it up on a plate, get you an Oshun candle. I think do I have one? Shit, I might. I don't know if I do. I should, you giving me ideas for my store. Should have them available. Or if you don't have an Oshun candle tiara, baby, get you a yellow candle, yellow. Dress that candle with some honey, um, some cinnamon and honey. Get you some sweet bread. If you like a honey bun, something sweet, cake, whatever, okay? And get you some pumpkin, cut it up, put that on a plate, and give that as an offering to Oshun to thank her for that ancestor coming forth. And I'm so happy for you, honey. I'm so happy for you. All right, I got somebody backstage, somebody who's hitting the scene right now. Jeff, give me 1 second. I promise I ain't forgot about you, sweetheart, because I'm gonna get you, okay? I'm coming. Let me answer you, Jeff. Let me answer you. Okay. Hold on, Nisi, baby. Hold on. Because you're giving me face right now with this head wrap game. You hold on. You don't go nowhere, okay? You don't go nowhere. Jeff must be my internet boyfriend for today. I don't know. Me and Jeff must be dating each other. Jeff, you my man for the remainder of this live, okay? Because you keep hitting my super chat. Okay. All right. Jeff says, if you had an infected tonsil and you got it removed in 2014, but they didn't cut it off quite far enough yet, and you had chronic infection, ringing in the ears and pain that you that nothing could fix, what would you do? I'm suing the fuck out of that hospital. That's what I would do. I wouldn't even use Hoodoo for this. They didn't get all of my tonsil out and they did a surgery on 2014 and you've had from 2014 up until now problems. I'm calling Jacoby and Myers and I'm suing the fuck out of all of them. Jeff, I wouldn't even try to even do Hoodoo for this. I'm calling an attorney, and the second I get a court date, I'm doing court case work so that I can take them and own that hospital. It's going to be called Jeff's Hospital instead of whatever hospital is called. That's what I would do. I'm suing the doctor and his granny and his cats. That's what I would do. So that's my advice to you, Jeff. But the second you file litigation, then you do court case work so that you can win that shit because they shouldn't be leaving you fucked up like that. Okay? I'm sorry, Jeff, that happened to you. But I don't know. I honestly don't know any spell work that could help fix your tonsil, but I do know some spell work that help you win that case and get you another surgery. So, Jeff, you need to email me so I could take you to lunch since you're spending all this money on me. I feel obligated, Jeff. All right, now I got somebody coming to the scene. This is my niece. This her name Chani. She looking fly right now. I would like to let all of y'all know that I picked this outfit that she's wearing. This was me. It was all me. Okay. I'm letting y'all know right now. Everything she's wearing is because I picked it out for her. Okay. Because she's looking too damn good and she gets it from her auntie. Baby, you're muted. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself because I see you're muted.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
I am well. It's good to see you. Your head wrap game is strong. The way you rocking them damn earrings, you got it going on. I'm just letting you know, you got it going on.
Thank you. You know, I get some of it from the Tanti. Some of
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How are you, sweetheart?
Good. It's been a time for relaxing and self-healing and a lot of inner work. So I've been slowing down and doing that, but good. Definitely good.
Good. Okay, so how can I help you today? It's so good to see your face.
Yeah. You told me to hop on, so I hopped on. I don't even have any questions.
I just wanted to see you because you be emailing me and you be in the chat. So I'm like, get your ass on here so I can look at you. And you are so cute. You guys hit the chat right now if you believe that my niece is giving face today. Look at her. Look at her makeup and her head wrap game. If y'all think she cute, I'm gonna need y'all to just go ahead and hit the chat right now.
I'm not even wearing makeup. This is just skin.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's it right there. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, we look alike. I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
And it's funny that you talk about you were just talking about Oya because Oya is my mother. So it's funny that you were just talking about her.
I love her. But I'm gonna find out probably next week if she's my reigning. Everybody, I get mixed people. They say Oya or Oshun. Those are the people that say that I'm her. I don't know, but I'll find out. I'll find out for sure. Yes, she is gorgeous. Yes, indeed. It runs in the family. But as a FYI, you guys, she's not even my blood niece, dude. It's like, okay, so in African spirituality, let me educate y'all a bit. Oh, any woman that's older than you would be auntie. Okay, auntie. So she hit me up in my email and was like, "You're my auntie." I said, "Hell yeah, I'm your auntie." You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the culture. Because it takes a village to raise the kids. So anybody who's older, like if I were to give birth right now, that's her niece. She will spank my kid. They acting up, you light them up. You know, that's just the culture. So thank you very much for chapping in, baby. Thank you.
Yeah, likewise.
Okay, bye-bye. You have a good day and be good, okay?
Well,
Mhm. Just as sweet as she can be. You guys got to understand something with me in China. She be hitting me up in email and she be asking me this and that and the third. And I'll answer her back and she like, thank you, auntie. I'm like, all right. That's why I'd be like, that's my niece in the room. You know, she is gorgeous. She definitely is. She gets it from me though. All right, what I miss in the chat? I haven't been in here. Oh, there we go. Old fashioned drag. Oh, there we go. Oh, you think so, Rose Course? Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Everybody says that I look cute without my glasses. Thank you so much, Shelly, baby. Thank you. Thank you, Old Fashioned Dragon said we do that in our culture. Yes, baby, that is an Africanism. That's one thing I did say. I'll be telling people that indigenous Mexican culture and African culture have a lot of similarities. A lot of the shit we do culturally is a lot of the shit that y'all do culturally, and it's a beautiful thing. Like somebody will post on Facebook said something about in a Mexican household, and they'll have a picture of the shoe, the chancla. And I'm thinking, shit, that's the same thing. I got my ass towed up by shoes coming up. And I've spanked a couple of kids with the shoe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel you. Yes, Daniel, yes. Yes. Thank you guys for fucking with me today. I have enjoyed myself. You are welcome, beauty. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Monique, are you new? Monique, are you new? Welcome, Monique. You have officially been tapped on your third eye. Your ancestors have asked you to wake up and to fuck with them. You have agreed and have answered the call, and now you're here. Welcome, Monique. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Very true. Historically, very true. Historically. And plus, don't forget, Old Fashioned Dragon, and for people in the room, a lot of the slaves were taken to Mexico too during the diaspora. That's why you have a whole indigenous population of Mexican, El Salvador, Honduras, that people with skin color just like mine due to the diaspora. They are children of the diaspora. So that's very, very, very true. Okay, Simply Des, have you watched Soul? Who is Soul? The only way I know these other people in the YouTube streets is if you guys email me a link to their stuff. And what do? I'll clock in, or I'll tap in on a live, or I'll tap in on I'll get in a comment section when they saying some stuff, and I may make a comment. You know what I mean? Somebody did that and introduced me to astrologer that I fucks with. She gives a monthly reading for your zodiac. I'm gonna go ahead and drop her information. Her name is Sunshine Tarot. I fucks with Sunshine Tarot. Sunshine Tarot be right on point with her reading. So if you guys ever are in the mood and you want to know your forecast, general readings, she do private ones as well. But if you want to do a general, if you want to just listen, tap into Sunshine Tarot on YouTube and find your zodiac sign on one of her videos and listen, and her shit be on point. And I fucks with her. I don't fuck with too many people on YouTube. There's a couple of different people. The Royal Bloodline I fucks with. Shout out to Terrain Hicks. I fucks with him. A couple of people, but very few. I don't follow all of them. I don't. It's way too many. I got somebody backstage right now. Let's see. Come on through. Hello. Renita, you there? If you're talking, baby, I can't hear you. Are you muted?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hi.
Hi.
No, I was trying to pull my picture up, but I couldn't. So my question is, I know I have a spiritual side to me, but I don't know how to address it.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to go about getting into it more.
Oh, well, my advice to you is to start with your ancestors. You have people that you know of that have passed away.
Yes.
Call on them. Pour libation to them and feed them. They'll guide you where you need to be.
They will guide me. So,
Yep.
I took down my altar because it was in my bedroom and I didn't have anywhere else to put it without someone seeing it.
Yeah, understood. I know. I understand. You don't necessarily need an altar. I talked about that earlier. You can just pour libation. If you're ever home alone, or if you ever want to take a walk outside or go to the beach or go to the park, you can just pour libation. And just talk to them like you're talking to me right now. And from there, you will notice things are going to pop. You'll notice things, they're going to guide you. You're going to feel a pull and a tug to go this direction and that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. So I've been battling with it because I know there's a gift, and my husband, I think he somewhat hinders the gift. I believe someone has a problem with him, and they put a spell on him, and I really can't figure out what to do. That he asked me for help, and I don't know how to help him.
Do you know for a fact if somebody did it or not? Because if you don't, you should get
I
a
do.
reading to find out for sure. Oh, so you know for a
Well,
fact.
the person gave me a reading, and she told me I needed to tap into my spiritual side, and she said that it was a mind thing with him. They want him to go crazy, and we haven't had a sexual relationship in 3 years.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, damn, to hear that, but let's work on this right now. Do you know who the person is who did it?
Yes.
Okay, your choice. Do you want to send that energy back to them, or do you just want it to stop?
I just wanted to stop. I was the lady who told me that she goes very often to, I guess, keep it going. So she doesn't leave it. She just it's a constantly go. But I think he's holding me back spiritual, and I don't want to leave him in that situation and ask him to leave.
Okay, understood. You can fix the whole holding you back spirit. Is he not welcome to your practice in hoodoo?
He doesn't have a problem with it. I watch you. He knows. But I don't know. I don't know if I still want him like that anymore. It's been a long
your
time.
feelings are changing.
Yes,
Okay.
it's been a long time. I mean, a long time, and I guess I figured it out that something was wrong. But when the lady told me, it was like a smack, like it's really going on. But I can't really get him to believe that the lady is still working.
I would see, I'm a petty ass bitch. I would return that shit back to her. I'm not, I know that you just want it to stop, and I get it, but I would take whatever negativity she's sending to your husband and reverse that shit. And then I'll do protection work to keep him safe so that it don't come back. Whether or not you want to stay with him, that's between you. And if you're not happy, I'm not going to advise you to just stay miserable with somebody. And that's no disrespect to your husband. But I would return that shit back, and I would do protection work to protect my husband so that whatever she's trying to redo again, every time she tries to send it your way, it'll be reversed back up to her. And every time she send it, it'll be reversed back up to her. So she keeps getting knocked upside the head by whatever work she keeps perpetuating against your man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
And I would carry a mojo bag with crystals in it, and I'll do protection work in my house and on him.
Well, she said, this is it. I don't know exactly who it is. And that's why I need to know what I need to do. There's someone who watch over me. She's watching over me. She said, she would run his ass out the door whenever all I have to do is just say it.
That's it. There you go. Send that shit back. Because for her to be doing this to him, that's too much energy. Bitch, go boss yourself up. Like, why? You know,
Yeah.
I would do it. I would do it. And then once you develop, oh gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. And once you develop a my apologies. Once you develop a strong relationship with your ancestors, they'll be fighting and you won't have to do nothing. You could sleep comfortable farting in your bed and you'll have people fighting in the ancestor realm, protecting you and your husband or protecting, yeah, you need to just put in the work, period.
Okay. So I
That's
guess
what you
can
do.
I email you to help guide me
Mm-hmm.
on what I
Absolutely.
need to do?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay,
Absolutely.
thank you so
Yeah.
much. I've been watching you for some time now. It's like I'm gonna do it today. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You're more than welcome and you have a good day.
Thank you too.
Bye-bye. Shelly. I'm talking to you, Shelly. Shelly thinks she grown, y'all. Shelly done got back from the club, out there shaking her ass, trying to be fast in the club. Shelly, I'm gonna need you to tap in. I need to see your smiling face before I end this damn live, Shelly. I've been on here for an hour and a half. I need to see Shelly. Shelly, if you don't click this link right, I don't care if you got Noxzema on your face right now. If you got one eyelash that's hanging off your cheek, because it's late night. I know it's late here. It's only 2:41, but where you're at, it's late. Shelly, I need you to click the link. But yeah, if anybody is sending negativity your way, I always reverse that shit. A lot of people don't agree with reversal spells because they think that it's wrong just to stop the evil, don't retaliate back. I'm not that bitch. I will send it back to you. And I'll add some oomph to it so that whatever you keep trying to send to me, you'll get hit with it. And the reason why I say that is because I'm not the one. I don't bother nobody. I don't hurt nobody. So I don't think people should be bothering me. And if you're like that person who don't never fuck with nobody and people coming for you and yours, you have a right to protect yourself and your family. That's just my opinion. Jat says, how often should you do a jinx removal and a return to sender? You do it as often as you feel the need to do it. It's no set amount of time. Each situation is different. It depends on the situation you're working. Um, I can't answer that. I can't say do it once a week. I can't say do it once a month because each situation you might have to do yours once a season when the seasons change. You might have to do yours once every moon cycle. I don't know. It all depends on the person, baby. You know what I mean? Hi, what can I do with my negative neighbors? They burn something every 12 midnight and 3 a.m. It smells like something really bad, waking me out of my sleep. If they're burning things at 12 midnight and 3 a.m., that sounds like they're putting in work, spiritual work. Because normal people don't go around burning shit at midnight and 3 a.m. The midnight to 3 a.m. are the witching hours. True. Um, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know your neighbors, but I would not suggest you do anything to them if they're heavy practitioners that's burning shit at 3 a.m. during the witching hour. They're probably doing their spiritual work. Close your window. I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to advise you to do something, and now you're in a fucking war with some witches that live next door to you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I honestly can't tell you. Nicole T, what can I use an orange candle for? Orange candles are used for road opener work, baby. You can use that to open any road if you dress it with the right herbs, or you can just burn it and place your intent in it if you don't have any herbs. Yeah. If one witch did a casting on your target for you, and you did a casting on a meddlesome friend to leave you and your guy alone, I think you're all over the place, Avi. I think you are completely and all over the place. If one witch did a casting on your target for you, then you did a casting on a meddlesome friend to leave you and your guy alone. Is there an energy linkage to the first witch and the second witch? You guys are all over the place. Okay, first, why would you Why would you do work on a meddlesome friend to leave you and your guy alone? Your number one focus, she can have all the intent in the world to fuck with your dude, but if he don't want her, there ain't nothing she could do. I wouldn't do work on a friend who was messing with my dude. I would look at him and be like, do you want her? And if he do, go. And if you don't. I would never do work for no situation like that. And it depends. The first one is if a witch did a casting on your target for you, what's the target for it? It's all about ethics, the way I practice. What is the target for? What did she do? Or he do for you to do a target? And if you're doing some shit that's unethical, and some shit that's not warranted, it will null itself out, or you'll get fucked up by the ancestors. It's either one or the other in hoodoo. Wicca have different rules. I'm not a Wicca practitioner. I'm a hoodoo practitioner. African spirituality have different rules than the other European spiritual systems. So that question I can't answer because you're vague with asking it, baby. Hi, Kiss Johnson. How can I get my son into rehab for drinking? He's so toxic and he's breaking my heart. I'm sorry you got to deal with that. I would do a skull commanding spell on him and I would work an amethyst crystal. I would sneak one in his pocket or his backpack or wherever. If he can't work it himself, if he's not willing, I'd work it on his behalf. I'm sorry you have to deal with that. And inside that skull candle, I would put a petition, some mugwort, some vervain, and some hyssop. And maybe some licorice root. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of people dealing with mental health issues and addiction during this time of year. And I really truly believe that COVID is amplifying it because people are left alone and out of society and they have to deal with their own vices. And a lot of people are self-medicating due to their trauma. Oh, gosh, sorry to hear that. But you guys, look, I've been on long enough. I got to sign off. Thank you for fucking with me. Thank you very much. If you are in the market to purchase low-cost hoodoo supplies, hit my website up. The drawing is going to be on January 1st, live. And only thing you need to do to enter the drawing is to purchase something on my website. And your name is automatically entered between December 1st and December 31st. If you've made any purchases, the more purchases you make, the better chances, because that's how many entries you'll have into the drawing. I will see you guys soon. You have a great night, day, whatever. Shelly, I'm going to get with you later. You're going to have to tap in because I need to see your face. Talk to you guys soon. Ashe.